Synchronization of changes from global to local. Too much time and effort is spent tracking new information with adding, editing, and deleting from the source to local processes without any errors made. This manual process makes it difficult to have correct and up-to-date data at all times. Localization Sync provides localized, customized data for organizations operating with or in several countries, sites or subsidiaries, departments, software products, machinery, and much more. With the new synchronization of changes from global to local feature, propagation of data from a source process to some or all local processes is automatic. On the other hand, data that does not need localization remains intact, allowing efficiency and, above all, control. Take our loans process, for example. In our source process, 2 roles take care of the entire process, and in our local process in the UK, there are 3 roles. If we want to sync all the details except the 3rd role specific to the UK local so that this data stays intact, we can access the graph edit of the source process by right-clicking on the desired objects. Navigate to the Sync with Local feature. Here, users can enable or disable synchronization of objects and all their data. When the changes are made to the local process and we decide to sync their source process with local, everything will get synced except those 3 tasks. Let's take advantage of our Compare feature. In our source process here, the investment officer and the loan admin officer run the entire process. But in our local process in the UK, these 3 tasks are the responsibility of the secretary. Synchronization is not only available at task level, but also at specific attribute level. To comply with different UK requirements, we need to leave all the names, sequence numbers, and descriptions of the process and all the tasks out of the sync. For that, we need to access the graph edit of the source process. This could also be done through the Details page. We can begin editing the sync details by right-clicking anywhere in the map. The Synchronization Details matrix will now appear. At the top of the matrix, users will see object names. A Select All checkbox is placed at each section, allowing users to check or uncheck an entire section. Each detail can be selected or deselected for synchronization as needed. For this example, we want to deselect the What is this process box and click Save. After the changes are made and location synchronization is enabled, the name, description, and sequence number will stay different. Additionally, the option to sync only certain local copies is also possible with this new feature. Let's say that our company has a source process with a specific software to operate, and we have a local for the same process but with a different software. We can exclude this local from the sync by editing the details of the source. In the Sync to Local dropdown, deselect the desired local and save. From now on, this local will never be synced with the source. Let's look at task creation and deletion scenarios. If users create a new task in the source process, Sync with Local is enabled by default, and the task will only appear in the local graph after we click the Sync with Local button. Secondly, if a task is created and connected to another flow object that has sync disabled in the source process and we sync locally, the new task will be added to the local graph but not attached to any object. As for deleting tasks, if a user deletes a task from local but is still available in the source process, this task will not be recreated when synchronizing with local. If a flow object with transitions is deleted in the source process, that object and its transitions will be deleted in the local after synchronization.